Assalamu alaikum. कैसे हो आप लोग? How are you all? Hope you're all well, keeping in good health. Pakora is a very popular snack. Pakora हर किस्म की चीज़ से बन सकता है. तो आज हम आपको दिखाते हैं हम कैसे पकौड़ा बनाते हैं. So today I'm going to show you how I make pakoras with a variety of ingredients and a variety of types, different types of pakora. Pakora is really something, anything, dipped into a batter of gram flour and fried. Simple, very simple. You take something, you batter it with, you make a batter with gram flour and you fry that. The spices that you put into this pakora can be as simple as salt and pepper. So the basic ingredient then, as I said, is gram flour plus spices. Now let me show you a typical packet of gram flour which you can use. You can use any brand, I'm not promoting this brand. Remember one thing, some companies sell gram flour as, now gram flour, pure gram flour is chickpea flour. It's made from the chickpea, it's ground chickpea. Some companies, cheaper brands, add lentil flour to the chickpea ingredient. So really एक इस बात का ज़रूर देखना कि पैकेट में ingredients की तरफ देखना, check the ingredients, make sure that it is just 100% pure gram dal flour without any additions, pure chickpea. You usually see it at the top as well. If it's got a mixture, then again in the ingredients you can see that. So इस बात का ज़रूर ख्याल रखना, नहीं तो आप कहेंगे कि असमत ने बताया नहीं. Make sure you understand that. It causes something different when you're frying the pakora. You'll see a kind of fizzing in the oil, which is not very good. Your oil will fizz up a bit more. That's my experience. ये मेरा experience है कि अगर ग्राम फ्लावर में कुछ मिलावट है तो वो तेल में थोड़ी सी झाग सी आ जाती है. तो इस बात का ज़रूर ख्याल और याद रखना. I can't add just salt and pepper to my pakora. I need to add some spices. So of course you need your spice box. So the beef has been cut in a thin strip, as you can see. So if you ask your butcher कि इस तरीके से लंबे लंबे चिप्स के स्टाइल में बीफ को काटे. Garlic, ginger. I'm going to add some green and red chilies as well, some coriander, and the juice from half a lime. The spices which I'm going to add into here, I'll do this just now, so I'll add about 1 spoon of, about 1.5 spoon, 1.5 spoon of salt, some roughly chopped up garam masala, roughly grinded garam masala, some red chili. I'm going to add some Kashmiri red chili as well. And this is dried lime. This can be purchased from stores. And dried lime has been ground down to a powder. That's what I've done here. So I have this just to show you. And I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of this dried lime. Gives it a nice tang to the flavour. And I will add the So I will add the gram flour after I have mixed these ingredients into the meat. So juice from half a lime, so about 3 spoons of gram flour. I'm not added any water into this because the lime and the salt will allow the beef to release some water, and during the frying stage I will then test again. So as I said, I'll probably need to add some more gram flour at the frying stage, but this is enough for it just now. And now this is going to be left for at least 2 hours to allow the flavors to integrate and mix in with the meat. तो इसको हम छोड़ देंगे 2 घंटे के लिए फ्रिज के अंदर, ताकि ये जो मसाले हैं ये अंदर मीट के अंदर रच जाएं. Fish. This is sea bass fish, and we are now going to add the marination to the sea bass fish. Now for this I'm going to use my hands. Come in and have a look at the marination which we're going to use. So we've used only garlic in this one. This meat is quite a delicate meat, so it doesn't require ginger, and also the ginger taste you can add ginger I suppose, but I don't. I'm just going to add garlic into here. So you have garlic, I have some chili. You could make this chili a bit more finer chopped if you like the finer chop. I like to have a nice crunch of some pure chili, which is why I've done it quite rough. Some coriander, the juice from lime, and the spices which I'm going to add. 1 spoon of, I think maybe 1.5 spoon to the amount of fish that I have, and then some garam masala mix, roughly ground up, 1.5, some chili flakes, ajwain. Now ajwain I always add to fish. Karom seeds. So I always add these in. I'll have a close up of karom seeds. I always add these to fish. It always gives a nice, and then when you're adding karom seeds, always crush them. It's nicer. A little bit more. And so the fish I'm going to dip into a batter of gram flour afterwards. I'm not adding the gram flour at this stage. These will be dipped into a batter of gram flour and then fried. I will add some red powder chili into this as well, so a nice big spoon of red chili. And now we just make sure the masalas are mixed very well. Remember, I am not adding the gram flour at this stage. I am going to fry these as pakoras, remember. So these are fish pakoras, therefore I'm going to dip the fish into a batter of gram flour. ये याद से रखना, ये याद रखना कि इसके अंदर बेसन इस वक्त नहीं डालना, बाद में डालेंगे क्योंकि ये हम पकौड़ा बना रहे हैं. And now I'm going to leave this again in the fridge for at least 2 hours. तो इसको हम फ्रिज में 2 घंटे के लिए छोड़ देंगे. उसके बाद हम एक एक पीस को बेसन में डिप करके तलेंगे. Chicken pakora. This chicken pakora I am going to marinate. Now let's have a look to see what I'm going to add to the marination process for this chicken. So आप देखें, some ginger, garlic, coriander. I'm using lemon for the chicken. I will also add some tamarind paste. So I've taken some dry tamarind, left it. So to make this tamarind paste, इमली की थोड़ी सी पेस्ट डालनी है हमने इसके अंदर. सो इमली की पेस्ट बनाने के लिए इमली को छोड़ दें पानी के अंदर थोड़ी देर के लिए. उसका जो जूस है, वो फ्लेवर है, वो पानी के अंदर निकल आएगा. उसको फिर छान लेना, छाछ लेना, तो ये पेस्ट बन जाती है. सो you take your tamarind, leave it to soak in water, allow it to kind of release all its flavors. The tanginess of tamarind will be great on this chicken pakora. To add the tamarind, I will also add 2 spoons of rice flour. This will make the coating on the chicken pakora nice and crispy. So this is an additional ingredient on top. So about 1-2 spoons of rice flour. Spices, spoon of salt, one and a half spoon of salt, crushed red chili, I've added some red chili, and some turmeric, haldi. I'm going to add some amchur. This is dried mango powder. And now the gram flour. Lemon juice. Okay, so once that has all been mixed up nicely, then we will leave this again in the fridge for at least 2 hours, and then afterwards, because we've already added the gram flour into here, I may add a little bit more gram flour before I start to fry these in the hot oil. Okay. Okra pakora. So sometimes this is known as kurkuri bindi, kurkuri okra, yeah, khasta okra. So we want to make this into a nice crispy type of okra pakora. Let's have a look to see what we need to add to make our kurkuri or okra pakora. So the okra has to be cut into small strips. If you want, you can remove the seeds. I have kept them in, so they're cut in that sort of manner. Chop the head, chop the tail, slice them thinly in this sort of fashion, and then we will add 1.5 spoons of amchur mango powder, rice flour, 2 spoons of rice flour, 1 spoon of chili powder, some chili flakes. So the okra will require very little gram flour, so maybe about 1 tablespoon. I've added those dry spices into here and give that a good mix. Now I am not going to add any water, तो इस बात का याद रखना कि इसमें पानी बिल्कुल नहीं आपने डालना। ये जो नमक डाला है हमने इसके अंदर, ये नमक भिंडी को water release करवाएगा. So the salt will allow the bindi, it's a vegetable, the salt will allow the okra to release its own water, and as that water gets released, the spices and the besan and the gram flour will slowly allow us to fry this. Start. तो इस बात का ज़रूर याद रखना कि पानी बिल्कुल नहीं डालना, नहीं तो आप कहेंगे कि असमत ने बताया नहीं था. So remember, no water. To make the gram flour batter now, we take our gram flour, and onto the gram flour I am going to add, just to make it a little bit more crispy, I'm going to add rice flour. So some rice flour. You don't need to add any salt to your batter if you don't want to. I am going to add some, just maybe one spoon. Some chili. Ajwain, karom seeds, so I'm going to put quite a lot of karom seeds. Now I'm adding these in, crushing them in my fingers. So this is ajwain. Give that a good mix first, and then I'll add water and mix that in and turn this into a nice batter. Okay. So this is the consistency that you want from the gram flour. We can then add our fish to this and fry it, or we can add these vegetables. Now let's have a look at the vegetables. So you could have aubergines, mushrooms, red chili. You can have green chili like this. Add the besan, add the gram flour, mix in the gram flour. And once you have the coating, remember the consistency of these has to be like this, not watery. And then with this, we simply fry this in the oil. So that's your chili. Mushroom pakora. Ready to fry. So these are all ready to fry now. This will give a lovely coating on the outside of these. aubergine pakora and chili. Vegetable pakora. So here I have fresh coriander, potatoes, onions, green and red chili, and spinach. Onto this I will add ajwain. Some ajwain will go in. Spices which we'll add. I'm going to transfer this into this because that gives me more space to mix. And now I will add salt, 1 spoon. Red chili, chili flakes, garam masala. I'm going to add some of this lime powder to give it a nice taste. Anardana powder. Chaat masala. So I'm using the same mix, same standard gram flour and rice flour mix. Give this a good mix. So I've added a little bit more gram flour into this, a bit more of the mixture, the batter mixture. So I'm just kind of checking to see if this is coating all the ingredients of this vegetable pakora. Pakora all nice and mixed, and that's the kind of consistency you want, a really thick consistency. Try not to make it too runny. Beef pakora. Again, come in and you'll see it does have a kind of crisp to it. Not too much. We didn't add too much gram flour onto here. And the fish was dipped into the batter and then fried, and this is what we have. Let's have a look. So again, nice and crispy on the outside and on the inside. Beautiful, moist, ready to eat fish pakora. And again, you can eat this as is or dipped into your favorite sauce. Just the perfect blend of spices. This is green chutney. This is imli chutney, which is tamarind chutney. And this is the same green chutney but added to yogurt. The chicken pakora. As you can see, the gram flour is close to the actual chicken, as you can see. Very nice. Just a light coating of gram flour on the chicken. इसकी आवाज़ सुने आप, कितने खस्ता और बेहतरीन से बने हैं. This is crispy okra. No water was added, remember. Crispy pakora. And each one of these has a crunch, as you can see. Listen to this. And this was due to the rice flour that was added. I'm going to eat this. Amazing. Vadiya. You can also dip these, of course, into your sauce and have them with your sauce. So take your pick of sauce and try. That's the imli chutney on here. Vadiya. आप भी बनाएं. Mushroom pakora. Chilies. Aubergine. Vegetable pakora. Come and have a look. So as you can hear, that's nice and crispy pakoras. And the inside, beautiful. Of course, you can have this with your favourite chutney. I'm just going to put some with this imli chutney on here. Wow, maza hi aa gaya. So that was a variety of pakoras, folks. Hope you got the idea of making pakora, and I'm sure you will try making those. If you live in Scotland, of course, you may try to make your own haggis pakora. Those if you're living in Scotland know what haggis pakora is. So ये थे हमारे पकौड़े. तो अगर आपको हमारी ये पकौड़े वाली वीडियो पसंद आए तो लाइक ज़रूर करना, शेयर ज़रूर करना, और अगर आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ क्यों नहीं अभी तक किया आपने. सब्सक्राइब तो ज़रूर करें. और and those of you who have enjoyed my video, please like my video, please share with your friends and family, and if you haven't subscribed, I ask you, why haven't you subscribed? Please subscribe to my channel. I will see you again with another recipe, another day, another time. Until then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. I will see you later. Bye.